John was acting normal. This is what happened, okay? We came back from outside not this last time, but second to the last time. And when I went in the kitchen, this is what when I went in the kitchen, this is what's going on. Why people are doing weird things. They go over the top because I just realized that they changed so fast. Where he was like had a mean look, it went from sweet to mean look like just in a split second. Like somebody had done something to him. By the time I came out of the kitchen, he was a completely different person. He was a completely demonic person. Okay, so I'm sick and tired of this person coming in the yard. She keeps demonizing people. They can do it by remote, you know. So then, so then now I'm confused because like is I don't know if this person has been arrested because he changed. She does that because she's jealous, so she'll do stuff to not just her but other people. They do stuff to change this person, and then everybody's been hiding things from me. So it's gotten to the point where I need a break from it all. I need to step on the brake for a little bit, and because Casey, when he got rid of these people, she brought them back on purpose on like demonically she because John was like shaking real bad, and when she brought these people back he was shaking real bad, like he didn't want her to bring these people back, you know. So she brings them back on purpose. This is not her house, it's not in her name. um I don't feel that I owe her a penny because she's getting paid for what she's paying me for it. She's getting paid back. That meaning that she digs ditches. She does whatever she wants on the park. She brings all these people. Okay, bikers and all. Did I say anything about all that? No. So she is getting paid for everything that she paid us. So I don't feel I'm living here for free because I have to put up with shit on top of the rent. I gotta put up with bikers and all this against my will. She chooses to do what she wants here. So she is getting paid for every penny she sets here. So we're not living here for free whatsoever. That's what she's getting paid in that fashion, big time, because that's a lot of suffering, you know. So it's not easy to put. Okay, it's because everybody's hiding things. Still, as we speak, Casey is hiding things. I'm not mad at anybody, but I'm just taking a time out because I've been, you have no idea. I've been stressed out overall because I have to do all the work on my own. He's deceived too, not as much as the others, but he still fluctuates quite a bit. I guess I have the strongest faith of the group, so then that's how Tanya is. What among her family, she's the one with the strongest faith. It seems like in every household there's one person that has the strongest faith for some reason. I don't know why. And when I met John, he had the strongest faith in his family. I used to wonder how could you be. Don't even, don't even remind me about something. I just remembered. Sorry, Lord, because I have to do everything on my own. That's why I'm stressed out right now. Because everybody's shouting at me. Everybody's talking shit. A minute later, oh, I don't want that whore here no more. Up the nutsack and ran for hours at a time. That whore, that piece of shit, garbage whore, and all this. And then the next minute, it's like, oh, poor person. You know, it's like when he's in his five senses, he tells me that he doesn't want this woman in the yard. The only time that he, um, acts up is when he goes back to the deceiving moment, So, but it's sad because then people assume that people are in their five senses when they have sex with somebody or whatever, or they accept somebody in their yard. That's when they take advantage. But when the person goes back to their five senses, they say, I don't want this fucking whore. She drinks all my sodas and she eats all my food and all this. Get her the fuck out of here. And then when he fluctuates, it's the opposite. And Casey does the same thing, but they fluctuate opposite, like differently. Like she'll accept something, but he will like she'll accept her here or whatever deceiver, but then he won't. Sorry. Something just ejected, put it this way, because of their demonology, whatever. See what I'm talking about? Did you hear that? It was ejected. Okay. But anyway, see what I'm talking about? This is some heavy object that fell right here on my leg. So I'm tired of this shit. That's why I don't want these people here, because I don't believe in what they believe in. I'm sorry, Lord. I'm stressed out because I have to do everything on my own to keep them at peace. To say, look, can you quiet down? Please, get all. She gets mad at me because she always wanted me to go to hang out with the bikers, and she would get mad, and she would get furious, and nobody gets her the fuck out of here. I'm so stressed out because she's always forcing me to do things that I don't want to do. Everybody's forcing me from head. I'm just putting up with it because it's your family. If you go to California with your mom and dad, they're gonna be deceived, and then you have another scenario. They're gonna be doing the same thing that these people are doing. So wherever you go, and he keeps saying, "Go on vacation, I'll be." Don't even start it. So go on vacation, I'll be fine. But come to find out, just in a few hours, I realized, no, you're not okay to be stay here all by yourself. I can't go on vacation. Are you kidding me? Because I can tell that they will be taken over easily. I'm stressed out because everybody is pushing me to do things that I don't want to do, and I'm tired of putting a front like an idiot. I'm so sick and tired of it because I'm not good at putting a front. They are. They're good deceivers. And I'm not trying to start shit or nothing or say that I'm better. I'm just saying they're better at certain things than I'm not, or, vice versa. But some things, it's because you have no idea what I have to put up with every day. And everybody just yells at me. And now I don't know who killed what. Casey killed someone or some more. It was more than a dog. Bullshit. It was just a dog. The whole thing looked like it was all caked up. The whole back of the van was caked up. Okay? And Casey keeps forcing me to do things that I don't want. So there. And then she turns things around as in like, you're disobeying her. She pays all the bills, and she even said that this is her property. That's how delusional they get. That's one of the things that they get delusional about. Like if I said that somebody else's property was mine, it's in my name, but it's not in her name. So the people that go through Casey to get a place to stay, a roof over their head, um, they're not. Sorry, Lord. It's because they're they're doing a huge mistake because she is not a property owner. She's not the property is not in her name. So if you go through her, it's a waste of your time and you're gonna get in trouble because she's not the property. It's not in her name whatsoever. So there, it's in John's name, and what do you call it? And we're legally married. So we're even Casey told me she said, I would never hit Honcho you guys because this is your property and in your guys' name. It's because I'm stressed out because everybody just. I don't want him bringing that person here because then she tries to induce me to bad things. That Ashley, she tries to force me along with Casey. They band together and they both are trying to set me up at the same time. That's why I don't want the motherfucker here because they work together to set me up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're full of hatred and jealousy. So I have nothing against nobody, but these two women are always setting me up. Okay, sorry, Lord. The Lord is my witness. Yeah, Yeah, something just got ejected with it. He's alright. It's because he doesn't understand that he fluctuates. It's because when he told me about the dog, it's because people keep hiding as we speak. Everybody keeps hiding things. So then I'm like, okay, what's going on here or whatever. Okay, no, sorry, Lord. I, I rather sit in the dark because I'm take. Have I taken a break off out of this all these months? No, I haven't. Okay, it's because Ashley keeps uh harassing me sexually. She grabbed my butt one day. That's another reason. One day, because I never been into lesbian things, and I got offended because not even the men do that. The first time they meet you, well, she did it the first few days that she met me. She was like, the first thing she did, she grabbed my butt. She's in front of Savage. I was embarrassed because like even the men don't do that shit. See what I'm saying? But I noticed that the gay men do it to the men. Like only the gay people do it. They think they have an excuse because they're of the same sex. See what I'm saying? So she's always sexually harassing me all the time when she knows I'm not into gay things. Ashley Brownlee is sexually harassing me all the time, and she grabbed my butt as soon as she meets me. And John witnessed everything. I thought she used her hand or something, but no. He said that she grabbed my butt with her mouth. Okay, and I'm not into gay things, so I get offended. And then somebody was swinging their dick over there in front of uh, Russell's house. I got, I got offended. It's kind of weird because now that I have this new family, I'm starting to sound like Casey. I have Casey, and I'm not trying to talk shit or nothing. They were raised differently than I was. They were nowhere nearly raised like I was. So then putting up a front is hard because I wasn't raised like that. I'm not gonna lie about something that God is my witness. He's my sole witness. But I was raised differently. And his family was too, but my grandma raised us, which is more strict than our parents. So that's why I'm over the top, uh, raised in a strict fashion. Es que todo el mundo me quiere obligar. Me quiere obligar. No okay, I'm tired of putting up front. Okay, so that's what. Es que everybody's obligating me to have to put up with these people. And why do I have to put up with this person? She is a scumbag. I don't know. I'm trying to use harsh words so that people understand, like, like more direct. If I say something like a sweet word, they're gonna take it as it's soft and it's not really urgent. That's why I say scumbag. I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings. What I'm trying to say is I wasn't raised the way you were. I'm sorry that you were raised the way you were, but I don't feel like I belong in your world because we were raised different. I was raised in a strict background. You were raised in a unfortunate the way you were raised, and I feel bad for you because I used to take things for granted. Because when I had everything, my dad would always respect me. I have nothing to say against my dad or my grandparents or my, you know, nobody in my family abused me. My brother didn't abuse me either. So there you go. And they were all raised. I'm tired of putting. And then that's why we don't overlap, me and Ashley, because they can tell that I see what I'm saying, and I'm suffering along with this because they are talking down to me and talking shit because they can tell that I was not raised the way they were. Sorry, Lord. The Lord understands what I'm talking. And then, and so we don't overlap. That's why. That's why me and Casey don't overlap as well because I was raised differently than they were. And they can tell. They can tell this. Sorry, Lord. You don't know how hard it is to put up front. You have no idea. because Casey does all the talking all the time because she loves to talk and she does good. I mean, we have a lot in common when we first met. That's why we would get along because she had worked for newspapers and so had I. So we were both writers, and we would both get on the computer and type and write. But anyways, it's because oh god, I don't know what to do. It's because the reason that they don't get along with me because they were raised different than I was. So then it turns into this huge fiasco of lies. And I just want to be upfront. I putting the lies aside, the bullshit and calling names, all this, just put that aside. The reason we don't get along is because Ashley was raised 100% different, over the top different than I was. So then I was raised in a strict environment where you have to wait till marriage and all this. That's how we did it. Like me, John, love was so special, or is. That's why we're still together. It's because marriage is important to us. So, yeah, me and John took it serious, like extremely. And I'm like, I couldn't believe how he was derived differently than everybody in his family. All the way, like he would be uh, humble and he would accept any person in his life, like treat him the same way. It's because I don't know. It's because I'm concerned because Ashley keeps sexually harassing me, and I got offended because the first time she met me, she grabbed me in the ass, and then she also showed me she would spread her legs out and show me her ass when like John told her, hey, Maria's not gay, she's not into that. So she knew that, but she keeps John. He told me recently that she keeps on hoping that I become gay so me and her can play with each other's tits and all this. I'm not kidding. I forgot how he said it. The point is that she's still hoping that, because he told me recently that, though he was, by the way, she's the reason she's not your friend because you're not involved sexually with her. So why on God's earth am I gonna be? It's because like they want to force me. Why does he want to force me to do sexual acts with her so that I'll be accepted? That's what he told me. As God is my witness. So I am under some. Everybody has expectations, and I feel like I have to raise my hand. I'm like, oh no, the reason she don't get along with me because she was okay. She was raised differently than I was, and I have to take a break from this song. I'm not mad because when I cry, I'm happy that I have feelings. I feel like I'm the top 1% of people that still have feelings. So it doesn't even bother me. I just upset because Casey keeps lying about shit and she don't tell people the truth of what really is happening. She only tells them part of it, what's convenient, whatever. But she's not perfect, so I understand. Well, I want to explain my side of the story about what's going on. That she's trying to force me to hang out with bikers, and that's why she would give me this furious look in the eyeballs, demonic look, over the top, and she never did that. Like, but at the same time, I used to not deny her when I first met her. I would hang out with her a lot and never said no. So I think that's why she was offended because she was used to me saying yes, 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 yes all the time. But then I have to drink and be drunk all the time when I hang out with her. So I'm sick and tired of having to be something I'm not just so to be accepted by her. The only reason I used to drink, I'll be honest with you, I hate drinking because you have to go to the bathroom a lot. Because when I hang out with her, and I hung out with her for several years, even in Houston, it was just be buddies, you know. I used to hang out with her all the time, not John. Like I would hang out with her 100% of the time. Believe it or not one time would I hang out with John. He would hang out with his dad, because his dad was still in her. So I would hang out with her all the time. But then she would pull fast ones. One time we went line dancing. Little did I know she was gonna go bar hopping after that, but she pulled that fast one and she wouldn't bring me home. And I was begging, "Can you please leave me? I'm tired. I'm gonna get in trouble." I was more concerned that I was gonna get mad, and then she wouldn't bring me home. And then she was driving drunk all the way to the 150, and she keeps doing that kind of shit. She keeps pulling fast ones on me, and then as old as she is, I'm not criticizing her. It's just that I'm talking like I'm getting tired of talking, but I'm talking so fast because she's trying to obligate me to drink with her, but then she gets mad with, okay, she gets mad because I don't hang out with her. But then I don't like to drink like a fish, and she'll keep pouring, oh, come on, you get, and this is, I was drunk all the time. So why the fuck do I have to sit there and drink with them? I don't like drinking. The only reason I used to drink with her because we had just met, and we used to be. No wonder she. Now I look back, I go, no wonder she was happy all the time when I would hang out with her. Now that I don't, she's with a long face. But see, the problem is, I'm not sure. God help me, don't even remind me of all this. Something happened. I don't know if it's improper. I love Casey. I understand what she's going through. But at the same time, I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to distress anybody. Pero you know what I told you about? Que ella no se da cuenta de lo que está haciendo porque está, I don't know how to say the word deceive in Spanish to tell that much. It's a huge word, huge word these days. And I haven't even looked it up. So that's how lazy I am. And that's bad because I should know the word by now. So when her and everybody's the same, all three of them, right? But John is not as much. But see, he fluctuated earlier. I went in the kitchen, I brought a soda out to sit with him, and next thing I know, whoop, like another flower came out. It was a completely different facade, like the killer facade, you know what I'm telling you? So then I was nervous, but I say that, and the next thing he's playing with a hatchet. The dogs are getting nervous. It was like flip flop, like flipping a coin. Some like sometimes these people lurk at the windows, and they're always you know, how should I put it? They're always at the windows controlling people. See what I'm saying? And I'm tired of that shit. It's cause she was gonna kill John. I was at the top of the stairs, and she was holding a Wesson something. But I heard the, when you cock it, it was so loud. It was extremely loud. They saw her on the satellite, so she can't say that she didn't do it. And I had the camera was on when the dogs were going inside there. He used the drone. Who didn't hear them? And all the dogs went in there like 6 times to try to stop her. 6 times. The least was 5, which means she wouldn't give up. That's how much hatred she has towards my husband. And then she acts like she cares about him. You don't give a shit about him when you were trying to kill him. And I have, God is my witness that she was going to kill him with a Wesson. That same evening, she said that she bought a stolen Wesson from the men that steal guns, which is Savage and Barry. I don't know if she's saying out with Savage and Barry still. Most likely she is. They sell guns illegally out in the black market, and she bought one from them, to be honest with you. That's what happened. So then she was pointing the gun at my husband, and I was at the top of the stairs. I just froze, and John was still talking to me. He was in a good mood that day too, and he was trying to talk to me back and forth, and I felt bad for him because I thought, oh shit, he's gonna think I'm being rude. But I was so frozen up at the top of the stairs when that happened. He didn't hear it, so I was like talking back and forth to him, like yeah, like a robot, and I'm like, I didn't know how to. I can't scream because everybody gets offended. So there. I had nothing in my hand, no phone at the time, nothing. So I can't scream. Eric gets mad. And it's like, but yet these criminals are going around selling guns and stealing, and she was going to kill us several times. And these people, nobody gets offended by that. Only if you scream for help do they get offended, and you get in trouble if you scream. But these uh, prostitutes, are going around with guns, cocking them in front of you. I was at the top of the stairs. That was like I didn't even feel like going. Like God put me there because I didn't feel like going to the shed with them. I said, man, I'm tired. I'm too tired to go outside. I just didn't feel like it. But something told me, just go out there. I said, well, I'll just go out there, stand on the stairs. So when I stood at the stairs, next thing I hear, and they try to do it a second time because they positioned themselves in the same. I didn't hear no gun, but they were positioning themselves again in the same spots, which was Savage under the stairs, Ashley in the brick building. She would get herself on the stomach on that box. It was cut with scissors on the top, facing him, and she would use the box to keep the dogs from bothering her or finding her, or whatever, or anybody. And I'm like, I never seen the box. It was as long as her. And she lay there and pointed a gun at him. And she cocked the gun so loud where I could hear it. And she was pointing at him when he was flying the drone in front of the double doors on his shed, right there. And then the second time he positioned at the same spot, but this time it wasn't that he was flying a drone. He was, what was he doing? He was getting the yellow quad ready, so he was gonna go riding. Well, the motherfuckers positioned themselves to say, I didn't hear no gun that time, but I seen when they all she was in the brick building. Barry was my shed, the one that called a Bible study place. And then Savage was under the stairs. He even took off in a ran that day because I heard that she was inside of a trailer. I'm like, okay, it's gone. But I heard him try to take one of the photos that was by the wooden stairs, because I heard when he was trying to look for the key for one of the photos. I think it was a Grizzly. And he couldn't get up to start, so then that's when he ran, took off in the van, against people's will to get away or something like that, to run away. And I don't know if someone went with him, but the point is that the next thing I know, later that evening, I saw the van come back in his. It's because, help me, Lord. I'm traumatized by this motherfucker. That's why I don't want her in the yard. Is that more clear than water? I don't want that motherfucker in my yard. I'm traumatized by the motherfucker. So don't ever bring her in the yard, period. Call 911 if you see her. I don't want her here because she keeps doing that shit. And now Tanya, she kicked her ass. Her and the older woman, Casey, they set her up. She had big, thick glasses. They set her up on property somewhere. And so much been going on there. I'm so tired of it because Ashley doesn't want us to help anybody else. And that's fucked up. I don't like that shit. I don't want to just see your fucking face here all the time. My plan was to help other people. Like she doesn't want help. She refuses help. We already gave her 4 years chance. Can you leave for 4 years so you can help someone else? Get the fuck out of here. It's like, allow me to help other people, please. I don't care if it's another woman, but give me a chance to help someone else because you're not wanting to change. See what I'm talking about? Tanya is willing to change. She's ready to. Her whole family, I know they are. They're closer to it. Her is not even a 1%. So she's wasting our time, big time. She's wasting time. Because even Casey, I don't see her advancing her to a better situation. The same bullshit, getting in trouble back and forth. Is that getting someone somewhere better? Just look at it. You're not getting. It's because what gets on my nerves that they think that they're bettering themselves, but they're only getting worse. So can you see that that you're getting in trouble with it big time? Okay, I don't want a motherfucker here, please, because that goes overboard. That's the worst case scenario of all of them. We've kicked people out for bullshit, for gossip, and all this. The point is that these people are like, she's been kicked out so many times, her and Savage, right? Okay, what? And dozens of times she's been, okay. My hamburger's ready. Okay. It's because what I'm upset about. That they keep forcing me. They keep slapping these people in my face. I don't want to be around those people. Why am I being forced to be, why are you slapping this person in my driveway all the time? I don't do that to you in your house. Don't slap this motherfucker in my yard. Don't slap this motherfucker in my driveway. Get her the fuck out of here. John was scared when he saw her today. He literally ran inside the shed as he had seen the demon. And what's sad, he would cry and shake because his own mother slaps these motherfuckers in his face on purpose. She, she does that. Like that time that Russell came over and she was helping him. Like she was smacking all the windows hard for him. Okay. Okay. While we're busy doing something. And then it's because they're head honchos. They think they have, that's another thing. They think they have the authorization to just like a snap of a finger. You have to run and open the door. When we were trying to be rude or nothing, we had just got up to look for a few things or whatever, books. I don't remember what it was. And we were looking for a few things that were important, documents. I don't remember. The point is, it looked as if we were ignoring people, but we were in all the rooms looking for certain things. So it's because they take it as you're being mean because you don't open the door. Okay, there's so many. It's because, look, it's so stressful because Mr. Head Honcho Demon thinks that he is the chief of police. As a matter of fact, when I came back from Houston, I thought that's the way it was because everybody was like, you know, going to these people when they need something or somebody did something or whatever. So, like right now, I'm ranting about this person, right? And sometimes people take things the wrong way, and I forgot about that. Like, oh, if they're good friends of ours, whatever, they'll be concerned that they'll send somebody out of their people, you know what I'm saying, as if they were the chief of police. And I forgot about that. But just having a conversation like right now, and I'm not calling nobody to my aid, but sometimes people do that shit. They will come to my aid because they feel bad for me that I'm suffering like this, the consequences of people's malpractices. So yeah, people have showed up to my defense because nobody does the. Like I said, I never have called nobody, but people just feel bad for you or whatever. Don't feel bad for me. I'm fine. But if you see her, get her off my property. I come back to the same thing. If you see Ashley Bradley on my property, get her out of here. That's what I'm going to say. Thank you. Like I'm saying, get her out of here. Somebody. I don't care who. Somebody get her out of here. If you see her on my property, I don't want her here. Period. Make sure she doesn't go in the sheds. Peek around. Make sure she's not in my shed. Please make sure she's not in any of my sheds. I don't want her here. Peek in every trailer. Make sure she's not in my house here. If she's in any trailer here, please get her out of here somehow. Knock on the windows and bitch, get out of here. That's all you gotta do. Get out of here. Because she keeps doing the same things. She keeps stealing and breaking my things. She keeps demonizing. She keeps on doing things that she's not supposed to. So if anybody sees that motherfucker in my property, get her out of here. I have to rant every day because she's not fit. It's because she grabbed my butt and she sexually harasses me all the time. And I don't like that. It's because seriously, as if it was an obligation. That the only way she'll be my friend, that like he's pushing me to do gay things with her. So you have to talk all that shit so somebody will get up their ass and do something, get this motherfucker out of here. You see her? Okay. That's because she keeps sexually harassing me on top of everything. She keeps sexually harassing me. She grabbed my butt. She showed me harassed.
I made you some hamburgers. They're on the grill.
Okay. 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 Oh, thank you. Oh, help me, Lord. It's because everybody's fluctuating, Ruben. And one day they say, get the motherfucker out of here. The next day, oh, poor thing. I'm going to give her a room. And then they violate her because she sets the women up. So that's not helping them. She'll set the mother up. So what's the point of saying, oh, I'm going to help her? If you're going to set her up, I mean, that's not helping somebody. But she says she's going to help the mother. But she's only setting her up. So why bring her here if this person is gonna have a rape? So that's not helping somebody in the first place. You try to do this. She just leaves.